What's up, miners? Rusky's Crypto Cave here, out in the shed. Just doing my daily, weekly update video of what I'm doing. As you can see, it's still a nice cool day in Pennsylvania. Outside temperatures are 63, intake temps are 68. Little frowny face there for some reason, maybe because of the humidity, because it's freaking raining again. Of course, I'm off, it's raining. I got shit to do outside, can't do it because it's freaking raining, but here we are. So, quick rundown of the power usage. Both of those are under 4,000 watts. That one's just over 5,000 watts. S19 J Pro 104 still running at 65 to 69 terahash at anywhere from 1450 to could be as high as 1,800 watts depending on the temps. Temps are cool, so it's running good. The K Pro is still at the 110. And then as far as everything else, I jumped on the Xelis train. I jumped on it Monday night. Actually, I got off work at 3 o'clock-ish. And then I just messed around, looked at some different things. I looked at it a couple days ago, and the profitability calculators are borked, as Kr00tman would say. Because I was watching one of his videos, and he mentioned about the profitability calculators being off. So I was like, well, screw it. I'll just put some couple rigs on it, and then see what the rewards look like at the pool and what the estimates are and stuff. And I'm mining the K1 pool. I'll leave a link in the description below. Yes, it is the highest hash rate pool, but if you look at as far as total network hash, it's probably around 15%, 20% maybe, because there's a shit ton of solo miners. I probably could be solo mining because I found 5 blocks already, as you'll see when we get in the house and on the computer. But I am just pool mining as of right now. Have a payout set at 0.5. So I'm been getting the payouts pretty much like every 6 hours or so. And I actually just recently threw on the last 3070 rig that was on Ironfish. I just threw that onto Xelis as well. But everything here is on Xelis. Obviously, except for the Jazz miner, that one's still mining Octaspace. Casper miners are still, the KS0s are still on Casper Pool. I did switch the KS2 back to Casper Pool because it was on Unmineable, going to the Neoxa, but I did flip it back once Casper Pool figured out their issues. And it seems like the KS0s were still mining the whole time. I guess it's just the API with the website and all that was down. But to be safe, I just switched it over to something where I knew it was definitely working and getting the reward. So, but that's back in Casper Pool. The J Pro Plus still off, still sitting there. I may move the KS2 down there, depending on what happens with prices. If I'm going to turn that back on, if Bitcoin happens to pump, then I'll leave that there, and so on and so forth. But if that remains unprofitable, I'll yank that out, put that there, KS2 down there, because that will exhaust the heat directly out. That will help with shed temps. Just keep everything running cooler. But there's not much else to talk about in here. I still have the cables I still have to do. I had to organize that cluster F right there. Because that's kind of a disaster with all kinds of wiring and whatnot, and so on and so forth. But I do have some infinite cables. I have pretty much new Ethernet cables for all the Octaminers, and so that will kind of clean this up. I kind of want to route them differently, but I probably could do that today since it's raining outside. I could be out here tinkering here, but I do have a bunch of other stuff I can be taking care of inside the house. So I'm kind of working on that stuff. And after, of course, watching some videos throughout the morning and just relaxing, because it is my day off. But anyway, so let's go inside. We'll hop on the computer, see what we got going on as far as hash rates and everything like that. Because I do have all the 3070s, all the 3060 Ti's, the 2080 Ti's, and the 3080s are on there. Nothing super fancy as far as overclocks goes. I use a lot of what Kr00tman had. I was just messing around with doing locking and unlocking the memory clocks and stuff, and it doesn't really seem like it makes much of a difference. So I'm not going to really change all the overclocks and all the rigs, but we'll see that when we get inside. So we'll be back in a split second. Alrighty, we're back inside here, and as you can see, we're in my MMPOS account, and you'll see the 3080s are on there, 2070s, 2080s, TIs, 3070s, 3060s, 3070s, 3060s, and 3070s. Everything on Xelis. The only thing that's not on Xelis right now are the 1660 Ti's that are in the garage. Those are still mining Dynex to Unmineable, and my 3070 Ti's are still doing Pyron to Unmineable, I believe it is. The 3070 Ti's, the hash rate is not much more than what the 3070s are, but the power usage is higher. I'd probably tweak around with them more, but I figure I'm just going to let them go and let them do their thing. This is enough of on there. I think I have 8 point something mega hash on. Let's go to the dashboard. Actually, I got 9.02 mega hash right now on Xelis. So that is quite enough. And currently, if we look into my K1 pool, here it is. And as you see, this coins per day, this fluctuates all the time. It is all over the place. Because I made a mistake of just checking a profit calculator once, and that was it. And it's like, well, that kind of sucks. I'm not going to switch everything over and re-overclock shit and all that stuff just for like pennies a day more. But I was wrong. And I actually just watching one of Kr00tman's videos, I guess was Monday afternoon. I was watching it, and he said about the profitability calculators being way off, and then I actually started looking into it, switched the rig over, and then start seeing actually what was hitting the pool as I was mining. I was like, oh, shit, yeah, this actually might be worth it. So I gradually started flipping some more over, and pretty much by Monday night, I had just about all of them over, except for the last 3070 rig I just switched over an hour ago, whatever it was, something like that. That was previously mining ironfish. So, but as you can see, I've been paid out 5.54492 Xelis since Monday evening. Let's go to payouts. Let's see when they came. Yeah, first payout was on the 14th at 6:59 a.m. of 1.79 to 1.43, and it's supposed to be paying out every 6 hours. So that this was like 12 hours apart, and then this was 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. Because it's set at 0.5 to pay out every 6 hours. So I'm going to leave it set at that. If I need to change it and drop it a little bit, you can lower the payout down to 0.1, which would be like $1.50-ish. Because you see, Xelis price is $14.81 right now. It is on TradeOgre, so that's where what I was doing. I was trading it out of Xelis into USDT and then purchasing Neoxa. So let's actually hop into iNodes. That's going to make me log in here. So let me log in, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. This is going to be take 2 because I forgot to hit record the first time I did this. So we're back into iNodes, and as you see, I have the most recent payment that we just saw in K1 pool, which that's where I'm mining at. I'm mining the K1 pool, as you just saw. And if you're interested, I have a link in the description below. They do have referral programs. If you're not signed up, that'd be great. You appreciate it. If you look at miningpoolstats.stream, the K1 pool, let's see, let's pull this up actually. Go down here, go down to Xelis. K1 pool looks like it's got 71% of the known hash rate. So network hash rate is currently showing at 59 gigahash. So if you do 11.4 of that is really 1/6, so that's like really like 16%. So just because there's a shit ton of solo miners on it, so it's not. Yeah, they do have the most hash rate of the known pools. They have a 71% of the known hash rate. That's the important part, because you don't have to worry about like 51% attacks and stuff because they don't have that much of the total hash rate of the entire network. Because some of these other pools I never even heard of. I think I did hear that one already, but that's over in Russia, I guess it is. So K1 pools worldwide, I guess. So whatever, each your own, pick your own pool. Someone was saying that Viper.net was having it, but I did not see it on there, so I didn't. It's not listed here, and I didn't find the coin on their website, so I just went to K1 pool. So anyway, back to iNodes. It's got 420,000 sitting there, 5,000 about to be on board, so 425,000. And if you've seen the video on Sunday, I had about 348,000 somewhere in there, so roughly 77,000 just in a couple days. So that's pretty damn good. This Xelis mining has been working out well. Definitely cannot complain. So if we go to K1 pool, this 5.5492, let's pull up a calculator. So you got 5.54492 times 1481, $82. $82 in not quite 2 full days. So yeah, I'll take that. So I'm definitely working out pretty well. I probably actually might have even done better if I solo mine. I did say I found 5 blocks. Block rewards 1.3. So you do 1.3 times 5 is 6.5. So I probably would have done even better if I solo mine. Maybe. You never know. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe if I was solo mining, I wouldn't have found those blocks. Who knows? But I'm pull mining. I'm going to stay pull mining, just because it's more consistent, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on it. I'm going to try to remain on it as long as it stays profitable. So, and you see the coins per day here is up to 1.91. This will fluctuate all over the place. I've seen it as low as 0.4. Difficulty as high as over 100 terahash. This network difficulty bounces all over the place. I think it has something to do with I think they call it the Kr00tman filter for the algorithm, something or other for their difficulty adjustments. So I think that's part of the reason why the calculators are all way off. And just because depending on when you do it and when it shows, because you see this just updated and it dropped to 1.72, that went up to 28. It bounces all over the place. So just basically best thing to do is just hop on it, see what the actual coins that are hitting your wallets and when you're getting paid out, and then base your decision off of that. I made that mistake earlier when the coin first came out, and I didn't jump on it just because I was like, it's not worthwhile. But it turns out it is. So that's what I've been mining for the last almost 2 days, like I said. So, and if we go over into MMPOS, kind of look at some of the overclocks. I pretty much took everything that Kr00tman was doing. It's pretty much went off of that. That's what I've been using. So 3080s, core clock offset 275, locked core clock at 1605, memory offset at plus 1300, and then locked memory clock at 7001. The 2070s are the next ones down. These are can be similar, back down to core offset at 105, 1605 locked core clock, memory clock offset plus 1000, and the locked memory clock at 5000. Then the 2080 Ti's are going to be similar. And you see, once I'm done here, I'll go over like a little chart I made just to show the efficiencies of each one. So it's not, the 20 series aren't as good as the 30 series are. So, but, and also you can see here, there's a recent bump. That was probably when I did, did I do a change? I don't know if I did a change here or not. Yeah, I think I added the memory offset. That's what I did. Because this had no memory offset here, and this I added the memory offset to it. So, anyway, here. We got core offset is 150, 1605, 1000, 5000. That's pretty much identical except for the core clock offset is the 2070s. 3070s are all going to be the same. These are set at 275 core offset, 1605 locked core, 1300 memory offset, and 6001 locked memory. They're getting about 153 mega hash or 153 kilohash each. Then the 3060 Ti's, these are basically the same as the 3070s. They're at about 124.7 kilohash, and they are at 265, so core offset's lowered a little bit, and then 1605, 1300, 6001, that's all the same. So 3060 Ti's are about 124, 3070s are 153 kilohash, yeah, 153.5. Then 2080 Ti's, 128 kilohash. 2070s are 87-ish. There's a couple stinker cards in there, I guess. Silicon Lottery, whatever that is, as far as your luck, as far as good chips. 3080s are 227, 226 in that ballpark. So there you have it. That is what I am running. So, and the hash rates and stuff like that and the overclocks, they're doing pretty well. I definitely cannot complain. It's going to get me to that Neoxa node a little bit quicker. So I'm just about halfway there. So I'm just going to keep on mining this. We'll do another update video on Sunday and see how things are going. Maybe Xelis hash rate skyrockets, profitability tanks, the coin pumps. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. So just keep an eye on it, and we'll go from there. So until the next video, which will most likely be on Sunday. Don't think I'll have time before that, but it's probably going to be on Sunday, and we'll give an update and see how this is going. But so far, so good. Definitely happy with it. I may mess around and do some tweaks, because I did tweak one of these 3070 rigs as far as locking them. Yeah, this one I took off the memory lock, and just to see if it did anything as far as hash rates. 153. It's pretty much the same, not really much difference. If anything, maybe 0.1, 0.2 kilohash lower, but I'm not going to go through and change all the overclocks and fix them all back. So if anything, I might put this one back to where it was, but not worth it. I may mess around with like lock core clocks, see if I maybe just increase them a little bit just to see if we get a little more hash rate, because this is a more core intensive algorithm. So we'll see, because I believe it's derived from K-heavy hash, Kr00tman hash, all that stuff. It's cached before, so we'll see. I don't plan on keeping any. I plan on selling everything I get, because I'm not really attached to the coin. I haven't downloaded the wallet. Like I said, I'm just going directly to Trade Ogre and dumping it. So just because my ultimate goal is get a second Neoxa node. So that's what we're going for. So, but until the weekend's video, we'll see you next time. Catch you later. If you made it this far, earlier in the video I said I was going to go over the efficiencies, which going through editing, I realized I forgot. So I figured I'll just pull a page out of DJ Mine's book, put this at the end, and show you the efficiency. And just put, if you made it this far, just put a hashtag efficiency in the comments below. But let's pull that up. These are the rig efficiencies. So it's not individual cards, but is the total rig itself. These are all octominers, so these power numbers are pretty accurate. And like I said, it does fluctuate. So with the 3060 Ti's, right around high 990s, 770s for power, 1.28 efficiencies, 3070s, pretty much all at 1.23 mega hash each rig, so 1230 kilohashes. Power varies slightly. That could be a variance of when I actually pulled the rigs up and pulled out the power, like I said, but all around the 1.4, 1.44 efficiencies. 20 series, you can see how much worse they are. Efficiency is only at 0.92 and at 1.02 mega hash for the rig at 1100 watts, so using the most power, and still not as much hash rate as the 3070s. And the 2070s are even worse, 506, so 0.78 efficiency. 3080s, 1.82 mega hash at almost 1500 watts. Better than the 20 series, but not as good as the 3070s. And actually slightly worse than the 3060 Ti's as well, so at 1.22. So, like I said, if you made this far, put hashtag efficiency in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one.